Hi guys, it's Agaro and I'm back with another video. As you could tell by the title, this is what we're doing today. So I've been getting a couple requests on how I do my makeup now and like what products I use. So I decided I was just going to do a little demonstration video to show you guys what I use and how I do it. Now, before we hop into that, as y'all can see, I'm wearing some stunning jewelry, and if you are an OG on this page, then you know that they're from Luisa. So Luisa New York is a jewelry company that offers high-end quality at really accessible and affordable prices. Now they're carbon neutral and climate neutral certified, so it's good for the environment. Any like returned items that they do get and they're not able to resell them, then they get donated, so it's like zero wastage. Like their packaging is from recycled stuff, and when I tell y'all it's bomb, it's bomb. So they come in this box, and then they send some pouches or just some things to store the jewelry in. And when I tell y'all quality, I mean quality. I literally just took off the other necklace that I had for them, and I've had that necklace for over a year now. Now they do like recommend that you not like showering the jewelry and that kind of stuff, just so you know it could last longer. But when I tell y'all, I'm very lazy, so I do not take off my jewelry for that like showering and that kind of stuff, and it's still good. It's like quality, so it will last. You will not waste your coins. Right now they're having a Valentine's Day sale, buy one get one 50% off. So if you're last minute and you like to procrastinate, go ahead and hop over there. I'm going to leave the links down below, also with a coupon code that you could get 20% off. So yeah, if you like to get your girl or your guy some stunning jewelry and Luisa, New York, that's the place for you. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in so y'all could see them. That's the earring, necklace, and I have two bracelets on currently. So I got the set because their jewelry, most of their jewelry is like very stackable, so I just got the set because, you know, yeah. But this is what it's looking like, and when I say quality, baby, quality. So go ahead and hop on over there. But yeah, as I mentioned just now, Valentine's Day is coming up, so if you want to up your makeup game for your little date night, you know, or whatever occasion is going to happen on Valentine's Day, then stay tuned for how I did it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, by the way. I'm watching y'all. All right, y'all, I already did my brows off camera because that's not the focus of this video. It's my base and my finish, so let's hop right straight into it. So the first thing I always like to do is use a primer, and the one that I'm obsessed with currently is the Milk Hydro Grip. And I just use my fingers and rub it everywhere basically, especially under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and my forehead, because my forehead is like very shiny. All right, y'all, after that, it's on my face for like a little bit. Then I hop right into foundation. The ones that I've been using recently are these Huda Beauty ones. They're both in the shade Chocolate Mousse 450G, and I have them in the Luminous Matte and the High Coverage Cream Foundation. Now I like both of them. Depending on the day, it's whichever one I grab, but for the purpose of this video, I think I'm just gonna use the High Coverage one, because who doesn't love coverage? Now for this, a dab there, a dab here. Basically, almost the exact places I put that primer. And then like I'll add as I go if it's needed, but I always prefer to start off with less and then add more, because it's easier to build up than it is to take off makeup. So yeah. And then I'll use the Real Techniques brush in the Expert Face. I think it's just rubbing off because, you know, your girl has had this brush forever. But then I just like to push that makeup into my skin rather than swiping it everywhere. I probably need to start color correcting because I do have like dark spots around my lips, like darkened skin, like around my lips. What you call it, discoloration? Yeah, I have that around my lips, but I don't, so I'm not going to do that in the video because I don't do it in real life. And yes, I know it like looks crazy right now, it looks very light, but trust the process, it'll come together, okay? And plus this light is very bright, so it's coming off brighter on the camera than it is in person, but trust the process, we gonna blend it out. And that's why I said I don't like to start off with a lot. I prefer to start with a little bit and then work my way up. As you could see, there's no working my way up right here. This is it. I also like to note that my neck is darker than my face and my chest, so yeah. And y'all, bring the foundation to your ears and on your neck, please. I beg. As I said, I know it looks very light, but relax, okay? Now, normally I would bring some like down more to cover, as I said, because my neck is darker, but I really don't feel like wasting my foundation. I really don't. I probably should, just so y'all could see, but alright, so I zoomed in so y'all could see what we're working with. It doesn't feel cakey at all. Like, you know those foundations that you put them on and it feels like you have foundation on? Perfect example of that would be the Juvia's Place, the one that they came out with first in that little tube. The coverage on that one is bomb. Like, I love it, but it feels like I have like too much on my face, and every time I put that one on I feel like taking it like off immediately. So I like to stay away from foundations like that one. Now with this, it just looks like tinted skin, and I like that. And see what I was talking about, like, you know, I should probably color correct because I have a discoloration on my eyes, like I have dark eyes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But after I conceal and all of that, you don't see it. I use the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 12. Now, I don't know if anything was written on it, but this is how it's looking like now. And I like to place it underneath my eyes and a tiny bit on my forehead. I like to double conceal, so I let this sit for a little bit, not too long, and then I'll go in with another one, but I like to double conceal. I like a very bright under eye, so if you don't like a bright under eye, then you could probably stop at this step, this one. So in the meantime, while I let that sit a little bit, I'll go in with some blush, and the one that I've been using is the Sephora S Clean. I don't know if that's like the shade or anything. Spiced is the shade thing, but this is what it looks like. And I dib and dab in all of them, all 4 of them, 1 2 3 4, and then place it. So is this the brush that I use? Yeah, literally going 1 2 3 4 of them, all of them. And it could be very frightening at first when you put it on, but I've grown to like really love blush, so it's gonna work for me. And I like to turn my cheek to the side where the light hits. Place some that side, place some this side. I like to alternate like when I'm just placing it, because then if I stay on this side it'll be like way too bright and I'll tend to scare myself. I really scared myself. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? But yeah, after I get some of the product on the other side, then I start blending it. Again, same motion, pushing it into my skin, not swiping. If you're not a blush girly, you could skip this step. It's that simple. But as for me, I like it, okay? I kind of put it the same places that I'd highlight as well. So yeah, the high points of my cheek. How it's looking right now is fine, but I think I'll add some more a little bit later on once I blend out this concealer, because sometimes it could get lost. But yeah, I take, it's a setting brush that I use, by the way. I just have another one that I use for the concealer. So again, the Real Techniques setting brush. And I tend to push this into my skin as well, because I don't want to wipe it all over the place. I want it to set where I place it and not everywhere. And just letting the concealer sit for a little bit, it helps to build the coverage. So yeah, I'm not I used to like the Real Techniques sponge, but I don't think the sponge does it for me anymore when it comes on to applying my makeup, because then it takes all the product up, and I haven't mastered the art of using the sponge, so I stick to my brushes. That's the only thing that'll work for me. I'm not a fan of the sponges. All right, blended, we're getting there. And sometimes if I'm not going to wear any eyeshadow, I like to take it over my eyes as well, so this region is of the same tone. Alright, now as I said, I like to double conceal. So I'm going to go in with this Tarte Ultra Creamy in the shade Tan Sand. And I stick to buying the minis because honestly speaking, I don't do my makeup often enough. Okay, thanks. I don't do my makeup often enough to get the bigger tubes, and I think they'll go to waste anyway. So I stick to the minis. That's a tip for the girlies on a budget. Like, get the minis. If you don't do your makeup very often, there's no point in getting the full bottle or the big tube, because you're honestly wasting your money. These have expiration dates, y'all. Like, I think it's 12 months for, nope, this one is 6 months. So yeah, don't waste your coins and get the big tubes just because it's really not necessary. All right, so I go in with this, the same place that I put this one. This time I'm just gonna add some down the bridge of my nose. And when they said ultra creamy, y'all, they meant it. They really meant it. Now I used to like do the dots on my nose, but then I realized that when I let it dry down some, then the dots tend to be very prevalent. So I just like make a line. And that's it. I'm gonna let it sit down some more while I work on the contour. So to contour, I use this palette from Black Radiance in the shade medium to dark. And as y'all can see with this pan, it's hitting the pan, baby. That means I be using it. I don't use these two at all. I just go straight into that one. Then I go right under where I placed the blush and work it into my hairline. Now this one I kind of do like a little twirling motion, as y'all could see. And then I like to place some on my jawline. And y'all, I kid you not, every time I have somewhere to go or something to do, my skin breaks out. It's like, nah sis, stay home, or nah sis, don't do anything. Literally. A bump from somewhere, a scar, something. It's always something. Just to bring a little color back into my face, since you know it was looking hella bright earlier. Y'all see that double chin? Embarrassing. But it's okay though. I'm going back to the gym. I didn't go this morning, but I'll go tomorrow morning. All right, y'all, I think we could go ahead and blend out this one. But I'll start on my nose since I want less coverage there than I do under my eyes. So I just go in with this Real Techniques. I don't know what kind of brush, but this is the one. I think I just had it so long the name rubbed off of it. It has RT300 on there. I don't know if, whoa, what just happened? But yeah, I'll go down the bridge of my nose. Just blending it out some. And then I'll go under my eyes. Again with the same Real Techniques setting brush. I tend to bring some of it on my nose a little bit, just in a straight line. That helps with shaping and contouring. As I said, I'm a bright under eye kind of girly. I like when I put my, I like when I take pictures, and not to say it doesn't look good in person. In person it looks good. Chef's kiss, it looks good. But when that bright light hits in my photos, I'm like, wow. It's not a wow, it's a wow. Like, that looks really good. So I like my makeup to look really good in bright light, and I just like the way how bright light takes my pictures. So yeah, I like my under eye to pop. And I used to struggle with getting a bright under eye, because to me it was like, no matter what I did, anytime I take pictures, like my under eyes would never pop. Like, it was looking basic. But then I got this tip from my girl Artistry by Abby on Instagram. So for all my New York girlies, if you want your face slayed, like look good in pictures and in person, Artistry by Abby is the girl. But I'll show you that little trick she taught me in a few, because it's really a game changer. Really a game changer. And as you can see, like some of the concealer went up too far a little bit, so I'm just going to use the brush that I used to blend out the blush right there, just to make it a little more seamless. And if when you do your makeup your under eye is just too bright for you and it's just not your vibe, you could always go back in with your foundation brush and tone it down some. I'm just going to go back in with the foundation brush down the bridge of my nose. And that's it. Now I'll go in with my setting powder underneath my eyes. Make sure you blend it and there are no creases under your eyes when you're adding the powder, guys, because then you'll set the creases, and who wants that? Alright, so I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty pressed powder, and well, not pressed powder, my bad y'all, the Baby Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Banana Bread. Now I like to turn it upside down and tap some out on the sponge that it comes with. And then I like to look up and press it into, this is what it's looking like. Look up and press it into my skin. And again, I bring some on my nose. Press the extra on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. And since I had brought some of the concealer over my eyes, I'm going to do this as well. Alright, so for the rest of my face, I'm going to set the makeup there. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush in the shade 400, not shade, in number 400. I don't know what style 400. This fluffy brush, this is what I'm using. And I'm going to go in with my MAC Skin Finish Natural Powder in the shade Deepest, Darkest. Dark Deepest. My dyslexic. I cannot talk. And with this, I like to go everywhere. Literally everywhere. It's that girl. Very smooth. So I go on my forehead. The neckity neck. And then for the extra little oomph, I take some of this powder and go in a straight line underneath here, right under that contour. Then I have smile lines like real bad, So I just set that area as well. Real bad, girl. Real bad. And the thing I like about this powder is I'm not afraid to layer it on, because again, it doesn't look cakey. It gives skin. It's called skin finish for a reason. All right, y'all, and I'm a highlighter type of girl. I tried it for a little bit, like not using highlighter, but I'm a highlighter girl. There's no hiding. So I used the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. I've had this forever. I probably need to get a new one. I think the shade is Mega Glow, I'm not sure, but this is what it looks like in the pan. And the brush that I used for my blush, I just flip it on the other side and had it put it to the high points on my cheek. All right, I zoomed all the way in so y'all could see up close and personal, but that is what we're working with right now. We're almost there. Almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, now I'm going to add some more of that powder on my face, because I don't even know if it's going to do anything more at this point, but I just like the finish of it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and anywhere like I think it's too bright or anything like that, I could always tone it down with this powder. Well, yeah. Sometimes I'll contour my nose, sometimes I really won't, because right now it's giving straight. But I'm gonna go in with, as you could see that line a little bit too prominently for me right now, so I'm just gonna go over it with that skin finish powder. And then for that trick I was telling y'all about, I like to go in with the MAC Studio Finish in the shade NC50. Like, this is a foundation, y'all, but because of that coverage, it makes that bright under eye. That girl. And I also like to go in with this Charlotte Tilbury. Which powder is this? I don't know. A powder from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Tan 3. That one. And I like to go under my eyes with it with the same brush that I used for the under eye concealer. I want to dab, 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 and go right under there. Now on days where I'm feeling extra, I will pack this on, because again, a bright under eye girly. I really like how it looks. And then I'll do the same thing with this glitter powder. Again, get the minis if you can, because there's no way I'm going to finish the big thing of this within 12 months. Or 30, this one is 30 months, but still, I think this will last me. Honestly, I'm just using it on my eyes. I only got 2 eyes. I don't need a lot. And y'all, it's giving smooth. It's giving flawless. Underneath my eyes right now, it's giving what it's supposed to give. And if you don't think so, get some glasses. Get some glasses, boo-boo. Now, there's not really much left for me to do. I'm going to set my skin, add some lippy and my lashes. Now for my lashes, I've been using this Thrive mascara, liquid lash extensions. This, y'all, is the truth. This one I really like. Now to set my face, I like to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist like it's water. Like, I don't hesitate when I'm using this. As you could see, I don't hesitate. And I'm not going again. But a tip for the girlies that when you're going out and you want your makeup to last, I like using this one. It's called Miron Makeup. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. But it's a barrier spray, sealer fixative. Alright, my camera overheated, so I took a little pause on that. I just added some lashes and some eyeliner and some lip liner. I haven't put anything on my lips, any gloss on my lips as yet. But as I was saying, for the girlies who like to party or they just want their makeup to last the entire day, I use the Miron barrier spray, a sealer fixative. And when I tell you it lasts, it stays in place, baby. But it stinks. Like, it stinks really bad. Like, I feel like I'm stifling whenever I just put it on. But after it wears off, chef's kiss, it's good. So yeah, I always go in with just a brown liner. The one I just put on is this NYX lip pencil in the shade Espresso. So this is the one in the shade Espresso, and I just line my lips with it. And then it has a red undertone to it, so to darken up my lips, I use this e.l.f. Lift Brow Pencil in the shade I Have No Clue. It's the darker of the 2 shades I saw when I went into the store, but this is the one that I used. And I just darkened up, especially the corners. I prefer the corners to look a little bit darker. And then I use this Ruby Kiss Butter Bomb Gloss. This is not the one that I'm gonna use. That's the butter gloss too. Where are my lippies? Alright, scrap that. I'm literally just going to use my e.l.f. lip plumping gloss in the shade Pink Cosmo. Y'all, I couldn't find this for the longest, but I went to Target the other day and I saw it and I'm like, I'm snatching it. I'm snatching it. So then I just go all over my lips it's giving, period. But yeah, now I'm going to go in again with this Morphe continuous setting mist, and of course my light died. Morphe continuous setting mist, and that's it, literally it. Now for the girlies that like to talk crap, I'm gonna go outside so y'all could see it's in natural lighting, because don't play with me. Let me zoom back out. I want to go outside so they could see it outside and stop playing with me. But yeah, people are probably gonna be looking at me weird. I want to get into the sun so y'all could see it for real, but don't play with it. It's literally giving skin. Go play with your mama, not me. Okay, I say what I said. But yeah, even outside it's giving what it's supposed to give. Turn the brightness up. Do I know how to turn the brightness up? That's too far. But yeah, it's giving what it's supposed to give. Again, in the sunlight. Go play with your mama, not me, because it's giving what it's supposed to give. Okay, thank you. So this is it, y'all. This is the final look. So I just went outside to show y'all that it looks good in natural lighting. Don't play with it. Yeah, but this is the finished look. If there are any products or things you want me to try, leave it in a comment below. Don't necessarily tell me what to do, because then I'll just ignore you. Like, you know, suggestions, and I'll take them, but don't tell me what to do, because then I'll ignore you, period, because this is how I like it. But anyway, don't forget to click the link below and check out Luisa, New York for some stunning jewelry. And until next time, bye. Don't look at me.